A name that's come up now a couple times between us both is Bruce Prichard, and he's a guy who, he speaks very positive about you in London as a tag team. He thinks you guys are one of the best of the era, which I don't see how anyone could argue. What were your dealings with Bruce Prichard? Because he's a controversial guy. First of all, he's hilarious. He has a ton of personality, but apparently he's an incredible agent, Bruce Prichard. But at the same time, there are people who have been really critical of him. What has been your dealings with Bruce over the years?
Yeah, I don't know what their criticisms would be unless they just don't like how they were booked by him. Maybe they didn't like. I don't know what they would like about him. I think as far as a mind for wrestling goes, I think he's brilliant. I think as a person, he's always been very kind to me, and he hasn't. Uh, he's never lied to me. Meaning he's never lied to spare my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Which I would prefer. I still like a nice delicate touch when telling me that I'm good. But he wouldn't tell me positive when the truth is negative. And so we worked together in both WWE and TNA, and then back again with WWE. And I I like him. I think wrestling is better for him. I understand why companies keep hiring him, and if for some reason he parts ways with WWE, I think that there should be a bidding war for him amongst the other companies.
And from my understanding, he's one of the highest level position people in the company right now. And, you know, it was 6 years ago, 5 years ago, where he was saying, "Oh, I'll never be welcome back," and things change. That's the wrestling business, right?
That is the wrestling business. Yeah. What I don't know is from personally, but you know, Mr. McMahon and Pat Patterson and Bruce Prichard, those were the guys for the Attitude Era. It was those three guys riding in the car, putting shows together. Um, so yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. I mean, the wrestling might be generating more money now because it's I think a lot of that this is Hunter and with expanding internationally. But in the United States, when wrestling was not just drawing good ratings, but it was on the cover of TV Guide and Saturday Night Live had wrestlers on, and it was big. If you were cool, you watched wrestling in the '90s, and Bruce Prichard was part of those ideas, like heavily. Him and Vince and Pat Patterson.
There's very few people who can say they were there for, Hulkamania, Warrior, the New Generation, the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. And yeah, after, 2008, he was gone for, 7, 10 years. But then he's back for, the pandemic, and then he's back for this new rise. He's been there for so many generations. It's hard not to think that there's a great mind there to be able to survive that long and thrive.
Yeah, he's he's I mean, this is what he's meant to do.
It's a great way of putting it.